You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome to Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. We'll be using nicknames to start till we get outed. Then we'll figure out what we'll use, real names or not. I started my career in 1993 as a reserve deputy. In 1995, I was hired on full-time uniform patrol for a sheriff's office. If yours mentioned in parishes, I will say this much. Yes, we are in Louisiana. I started my motor career in 2001 till present day with a few hiccups in there. Ended up being a jail supervisor for a while, bailiff for a while, back to uniform patrol and the motor. With all those three things, I think it's maybe a 3 or 4 year hiccup in there. So most of the time from 2001 to present, I've been in motors. When I started motor school, 2001, it was a 40-hour course. It's now an 80-hour course. And if I sound a little nasally, forgive me, it's yellow season. So I have bad allergies. I hate yellow season. Hopefully it'll end soon or we get some rain. And also, the reason I got the nickname the Iceman is because I have one of them expressions, traffic stops, whatever. I'm just kind of like, I don't show a lot of emotion. I suffer, I say it's a medical condition. I don't know. I suffer from RAF. If you don't know what RAF is, that's resting asshole face. I can be having the best day of my life and people look at me and say, "What's wrong with you? Why are you mad?" I'm not fucking mad. Well, you look like you're pissed off to work. Well, I'm not fucking mad. I'm happy as can be. God made me look fucking pissed off. I'm sorry. It's got his advantages and his disadvantages. The advantages are a lot of people won't come fuck with you or even talk to you because you look like a fucking asshole and pissed off at the world. Disadvantages are you get called into administration a lot. Because of my raft illness, people would call in. Oh, he was rude. He was an asshole. I actually had some people call in one time. Said the reason they called and complained on me was because I didn't ask them how they were doing on a traffic stop. I was asked, well, why didn't you ask them how they were doing? Well, honestly, because I didn't give a fuck how they were doing. I pulled them over for speeding. I didn't pull them over to check on their day. I mean, obviously, they wasn't doing too fucking good. They were pulled over on the side of the goddamn road. So, suffering from RAF with administration purposes is not a good thing. So, I don't know how many other people have RAF, but I'm probably the poster boy for it. Sheriff told me one time, girl called in, complained on me, said I was rude. He asked her, how was I rude? He said, well, he asked me for my driver's license, insurance, and registration. Says, well, why did he ask you that? Did he pull you over or something? No, he didn't pull me over. I was in a crash. Well, okay, well, how was he rude? Well, he asked me for my driver's license, insurance, registration. Okay, well, did he cuss you? Did he say anything vulgar? What did he say that was rude? No, he just asked me for that stuff. Well, he needed that stuff to write the crash. So that's what you get when you suffer from wrath. So the advantages, disadvantages of it. A little bit more about myself. I'm one of them cops. You can call me an asshole. I don't care. I'm one of them cops that likes writing tickets. So being a motor cop, a traffic cop is right in my wheelhouse. You have law enforcement people. Some guys love working dope. Some guys love working homicides or burglaries. My niche is traffic. I like working traffic crashes. I like writing tickets. I'm an 11 over guy. What that means is I usually give about 10 mile an hour cushion. Anybody doing 11 or over and I pull you over, chances are, say a good 95%, you're going to get a ticket if I pull you over. Some guys, 15 mile an hour guys, they'll give you a 14 mile an hour buffer. And they actually have some motor cops that don't even write right. They don't even like writing tickets. They enjoy being a motor cop and I guess the crash investigation side of it and everything. That's the good part about being in law enforcement. So much different aspects of it that you can go into for your likes or dislikes. But what is there not to love about being a motor cop? I mean, somebody's actually giving us a paycheck to ride a motorcycle every day. Now, if you do decide to become a motor cop, be prepared for the hot, cold, and the wet, and the combination of both. But it's just the enjoyment of it. It's the brotherhood. Motor cops are a whole lot closer than I find uniformed deputies to be. They spend a lot more time with each other. Hell, I have partners. I spend more time with them than you spend with your own family at home. You know almost everything about the aspects of their own life and their family life. I guess a big part of what I enjoy about it, besides, just getting to ride a motorcycle. And we get to ride a motorcycle really fast sometimes, especially during escorts and stuff. I don't really have too many complaints about my career as a motor cop, even with my disease being called into the office, sitting down. I think I actually had my own chair in the sheriff's office at one point, my own drawer in the filing cabinet. Got called in before, I got a complaint on you this month. Well, of course you did. I wrote 300 tickets this month by myself also. To me personally, 1 out of 300 ain't too bad. Unfortunately, administration don't look at it that way. They just want to keep everybody happy. Can't keep everybody happy on traffic tickets. I'm probably going to do a little rant and rave section on here also, because trust me, I got a whole lot of fucking rants. Especially the agency I work for now, I have to commute back and forth to work. It's an average of about a 45-minute drive in good traffic, and it can be an hour and a half, 2 hours in bad traffic. So I get to see a lot of stupid motherfuckers on the interstate doing a lot of stupid shit. I'll give you a little rant. I want to know when the left lane became the driving lane, and I got to pass everybody in the fucking right lane. 3-lane interstate, and I'm all the way in the right lane. Have to pass somebody because everybody's driving the other 2 fucking lanes. People, get the fuck over. You're driving along on your goddamn cell phone, talking, doing 60 and a fucking 70, and then you want to complain when somebody's tailgating you. Scoot the fuck over. Pay attention. That's just one little rant I have. Because I got plenty of them. Like I said, I've been called an asshole plenty of times. But still, we're going to talk about some funny stories. I'm going to give you one. I can't give you the year. I've been doing this shit so long. Some of it just runs together. But I pulled over a woman who was on the interstate. I pulled her over. She stops on a exit ramp. Not the get off ramp, but the exit ramp. I hate when people say this. Oh, that's the get off ramp. No, it's the exit ramp. Say it properly. Or the deceleration ramp. Anyway, I pull her over. So she had to be doing, at least 11 over. I usually have everybody stay in their vehicle. I'm not one of them that likes to pull people out of the vehicle, especially on the interstate setting, for their safety, also for my safety. I pull her over. She, as I'm getting off my bike, she exits her vehicle. And she, walks up as I'm walking up to her vehicle and actually, tell her why I pulled her over. Whatever speed it was at the time. Like I said, I don't remember what the speed was. And ask her for her driver's license, registration, and insurance. Well, she hands me her driver's license. And, she's sitting there. She's got a extremely low-cut blouse shirt on. Her cleavage and her boobs were about to pop out of it. I don't know how they were staying in there. And, she's pushing her chest out really good and hard. Well, I know she probably thinks I was staring at him. Or I'm sure the reason she was doing that, she's thinking she's going to talk her way out of a ticket by, flaunting her tits in my face or something. Well, that's not going to work, especially on this one. Because in between her breasts was the longest fucking barbed wire hair I've ever seen. What I'm calling the barbed wire hair is, I'll try to explain it as, it's just this long, one of those wiry looking hairs, it's not soft, it's like one of them, it's just a wiry hair, barbed wire hair. And I'm not exaggerating when I said this thing has to be at least 12 or 13 inches long, right in between her breasts. And I'm staring at it, and I know she's probably thinking, oh, look, he's looking at my boobs. He's going to let me out of this ticket. Well, I was looking, but I wasn't looking at her boobs. I'm looking at this fucking hair. And I'm thinking to myself, lady, I know you had to look in the mirror at yourself before you left the house, making sure your boobs looked good enough. How can you not see this long fucking hair sticking out between your titties? And she's over there, and I'm needing the information. She's getting it, and I'm just looking at it. And I'm pretty sure she's thinking she's gonna get us tickets. I'm pretty sure I was staring pretty fucking hard. And the only thing I'm thinking at the time is, how much trouble would I get into if I just reached out and grabbed that hair and pulled it out really fast? Which, honestly, it was so long. It's when it was long enough that I think when she took a breath, if she was breathing in hard enough, that it would actually have to suck into her mouth or tickle the bottom of her nose. It was that long and just wiry. I don't know if you've ever watched them old Chinese movies, where the Chinese people talking and the voices and lips and stuff don't match up. You see the old Japanese sensei or whatever, or the head kung fu guy or whatever the hell he is. And he's got one mold on him. He's got this long fucking hair growing out of it. She had old Chinese man kung fu hair growing out from the center of her titties. And I wanted to pull it out so bad. Thought about it. Stared at it. Didn't pull it out. Needless to say, she got her ticket. She wasn't happy about it, but she got her fucking ticket, and I can still see that hair perfectly in my eyes today. It's just this long fucking hair growing out between her titties. That's just one of one of the several stories I have. Now, most of the stories I tell will be from my first-hand experience of, actually being there, doing it. Some of them will be some that, I was told to from the person themselves. I have one guy who will talk about some of his stories. Unfortunately, he's not with us no more. And he was my partner for a while on motors, and we definitely have some fucking funny stories from him. I wish he was here to tell them, because I'm sure he can tell. Of course, he can tell his own stories better, but I hope I can do his stories justice. I won't be half as good as he was, of course. On a different matter, we're supposed to have a tech tip. Unfortunately, the wrench is unavailable for our first episode. I don't know. I think he's out screwing something. Like actually working on something, you dirty-minded people. Or he may be screwing something, I don't know. So I'll give my own tech tip. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am mechanically declined. You don't want me working on anything you fucking own. Because if it was broke before, it's really going to be broke after I start tinkering with it or take it apart. My tech tip is going to go out to a newer motor guy. Because hopefully he'll listen to it. His nickname is Which Way. That can be explained later, but tech tip today is which way. You don't want to mess up your motorcycle? Stop dropping it. We love you. We're just picking on you. Another thing, a little safety tip or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people always get, well, I saw you riding at work today and I waved at you. You didn't wave back and you looked right at me. It's like, no, I didn't see you. Oh, yeah, you looked right at me. No, if you're at an intersection, most motor cops, they're trained, we're coming up to an intersection where you may look like we're looking at you in the vehicle. Most of us, you should be looking at the front tire of the vehicle. Because the tire moves, the car's moving, so we can try to react to it. We can be looking at someone dead in the eye. That don't mean their foot's not going to come off of the brake or hit the accelerator or something like that. So don't think we're being rude if you see somebody and wave and they don't wave back, because a good chance they never saw you because they were looking at your tires and not you. So that's that little thing. I'll try to give something. I'm not an instructor or anything. I've been doing it a long time. My last little note isn't motor cop related, but like I said before, we are in South Louisiana down here. It's been all over the news. This Pastor Tony Spell. And I got some of the guys I used to work with now like, oh no, you're going to cross that line. Well, this one in parts where you might want to get your key ready to your safe space and your little crying towels, or you're just going to get pissed off and hate me. Look, I'm all about our civil liberties and everything like that. Come on, dude. I mean, he's just refusing to have it and have all these people there. He says he's going to pray, put his hands on them and heal them from this virus. Well, my solution is we just, if they all want to go to church, let them go to church. Just lock the fucking doors behind them. Let them stay in there for 2 weeks, and we'll see who gets sick and don't. Throw them some MREs and some water, and if they run out of snakes, we'll throw them some extra fucking snakes in there too. I mean, just have some common sense. All these other pastors and preachers and priests and all that stuff, I mean, do it online. You still have church. You still praise Jesus, do all your stuff. But, I mean, you see the videos. I mean, people touching and hugging on each other. I mean, and he's going to pray the virus out of them. Give me a break. It's Tony Spell, dude. I think all he's worried about is passing his fucking collection plate around to get all his extra money. What I understand, I've heard, is he actually have an ATM machine in the church. So he can say what he wants to, in my damn opinion. He's just money hungry and just trying to get more publicity. I'm going to laugh when his ass does get this shit, though. All right, we're getting ready to end this for our first episode. Y'all look up, go into emails or anything, or any other motor cops or civilians or whatever have any questions or want to be a guest or something, y'all can contact us at motorcopchronicles@gmail.com. We also have a Facebook page, Motor Cop Chronicles Podcast. Send us something, friend us, follow us, stuff like that. And just remember, I can always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.